Sorry for the wait. Where the fudge you been, Melanie? I can explain.
Hello? Well, hang on a minute. Hello? Can you... What? Can you hear me? Am I back?
You won't.
Hello? Okay, so... What?
You got a lot of explaining to do,
I
lady.
got... I'm sorry, I fell asleep and then I was supposed to wake up and then I didn't, and now I'm woken and I've gotten up later than I wanted to, and I got some rice here. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, I'm feeling a bit more like I'm human again. So, where have I been? So, you remember 2 weeks ago there was that car crash? My car was decimated. There was a smoosh. I wasn't in the car this time. I think I said, wait, did I tell you guys? Basically, there was a knock on my door at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I didn't know who was knocking on my door. I got very scared. And so I went to Reddit. And I asked Reddit. Yeah. And Reddit told me that it was the ghost. And I told Reddit to shut up. But anyway. The same week.
Writin mobile.
Yeah, but it's just a car, and people have said, you weren't in it though. At least could have been worse. Could have been in it. I was like, yeah, I guess, but I still don't got no car, so I had to ride the bus, and then also I found out that the store that I'd been going to for ages for the Digimon and other things like Magic the Gathering was also being shut down. I didn't like that. And it made me very sad as well. because some of my best friends, they worked at the store as well, but it was being shut down. So anyway, about a week ago, one of my friends suddenly says that they've been wanting to start a store for a while, and they found a place, and they were like, "Well, I'll just, like they were wanting to make it like I don't know, this kind of LGBT boutique / card shop sort of thing." And I was like, "That's a very nice idea, boy. Hey, listen, I'm just gonna crawl up on your shoulder and I'm gonna start whispering in ideas into your ear about what I would do if I was opening a card shop." But yeah, no, it was actually nice though. I was listening to and like the idea is
TCG cards.
Yeah, that was the initial idea, but like the space wasn't quite right for it. And I suggested that it be more I don't know. I forget what the bookshop is called in America. Like there's a we have it over here. It's called Waterstones. It's just like a bookshop, where you can get like coffees and stuff, and you can get books. I don't know what it's called over there, but I know you've got a place like that, right? And I think you can. Barnes and Noble, right? Okay, Barnes and Noble. And I'm sure at Barnes and Noble you can buy like cards and like board games and stuff. But there's not much of a let's play these board games kind of vibe. And it's more geared towards adults in that way. And also there's other stores like Geek Retreat that I used to go to that was more based towards kind of kids and stuff with like these really bright purple tables and yellow tables and everything. But there was this older couple that would always come in and they would look past all the childish stuff because they they love each other, and they would play Uno, and they would play Scrabble, and they'd read, and they'd have a coffee with each other, and it was so adorable. And I was like, that's what I want. I want Waterstones or Barnes & Noble and your typical card shop to have a baby and to make it into a store. I didn't say it quite like that. I said it a little bit like that, but that's pretty much what I said. I said to my friend that wanted to open the store. And they were like, you know what? Let's do it. So for the past week, I've been working my butt off, helping them get set up. And I don't know if you remember, like the several months of hell where I was working at the bar. Like this, compared to that, was an absolute breeze. I'm not cleaning up vomit. I'm not taking stuff out to the bins with rats coming after me. I'm helping set up like this cool place. This it was doing quite nicely, I think. We're not making gangbusters, but it's been a soft open this week. We're coming up to the end of the first week. I'm helping keep everything organized and going steady and bringing in all my little tricks of the trade from working at essentially what was a dive bar, but now is a pretty cool restaurant. But I've got story time on Saturdays where I can read to children. We didn't have many children this week, but hopefully next week, now that there's more word of mouth. But I still sat there and I read for 2 hours to practically no one. There were some adults and there was some kids. They were doing other stuff. But you know what? We read it and we're going to read it again next week. Hopefully we get more. And there are some people that have said they're interested in that. Also, on Mondays, I'm going to be doing a writers group in the store. I'm just trying to think. I'm missing anything. Oh, Digimon. Right. So Digimon was gone, and I was dead worried about the Digimon. Right. But the store, because the store doesn't really. The store has the money for like food and drinks and stuff, and thankfully, we've gotten some like help from a store across the road. That's kind of like a restaurant, so we don't have to prepare any of the food, right? It's like a joint venture with them. That it means that no preparation of food has to be done. All we do is kind of heat up in the toasty maker thing, but it's like restaurant quality food. But yeah, no, there wasn't enough for the cards, right? You know, booster packs and stuff. But the Digimon guys, they were nice, and
Plus capital to the kids. Teach
where
them well and let them lead the way.
exactly. Hang on, I'll be right back. Wait. Oh, everything's falling down. Oh. Oh my gosh. I'm back. So, that's what I've been doing. Sorry, I'm slowly sort of waking up. Because I only got home about an hour ago. And I've literally been working flat out all week. I've got my day job, and then I was working at the store. I should only be doing about 10 hours next week, but this week was like one-off because it was the first week that it was open. Like this happened so quickly, and I don't know how we did it, but we got a store up and running. It's sort of looking legit. There's little finishing touches that we need, like advertising, and actually so that people know what the heck it actually is. But there's a sandwich board outside that I did. Everything's just been like by the seat of our pants kind of thing. But the writing group, I am kind of excited for it. Tomorrow is going to be the first one, and it's gonna be like C.S. Lewis and Tolkien's writing group. I hope so. Anyway, so I'm thinking we start with like a prompt. To get the creative juices flowing, and then after that, you see, we each talk about the thing that we brought, the thing that we're working on that we brought from elsewhere, and then we help each other write our books and stuff. Just keep it very free form. So we'll have a bit of structure just to get us going, and then we talk about like our projects and what we're working on. Speaking of which, Untitled Albarath book, which I have time to read a little excerpt from, I think, is now at 17,000 words. We are getting there, guys. We are getting there. Slowly. Whoa, hang on. Wait. Let me see. Can you hear me? I'm gonna assume you can still hear me. Okay, let's see. See if we can put this up here. This is your drive. Oh yeah, I forgot I did that. I created a food price chart. I created a work shift schedule because like last year, like the friend I have, she's a tad older than me. So when it comes to the computing and stuff, I just like I'm the little techno goblin. That's just suggesting all these things. Right, where are we? M5. Well, actually, so you guys have a choice. We've got about, I'm gonna do this stream for about 10 minutes. You can, either hear my kids' novel, hear some more about the Bacon Boys murder mystery, or you can hear the new scene that is in Alberath, the high fantasy Terry Pratchett-esque one about Sprout, May, and Jack. So what do you guys want? Which one you want to do? You guys let me know. What would you?
Murder.
Okay. Let me open this up. It seems to be working. Whoa. 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 Oh, here we go. Alright, let's just do this. Now, I need to apologize. There may be some effing and jeffing in this book. It is in the style of Stephen King. Unfortunately, this is a wholesome stream. So, I may have to put some fudges in there. Or some flips. Because my inner monologue is a lot more crass than my... Yeah. Okay, here we go.
I didn't even realize it'd be this one.
Yes, this is actually, we could do this one, or we could, right, okay, there is another one as well. There's what I like to call Steven's Challenge, because, and I need to set the context for this, I have recently finished reading...
Misery up in here.
Well, okay, so I was reading Stephen King's new book. No, not his new book. He wrote this ages ago. I think he wrote this in 2005 or something. It's a thing called On Writing, which is half how to write a book kind of thing, and half just his personal memoirs. And I'm like a good 300 pages in, and I've gotten into the swing of it and stuff. And I'm in bed last week, and I'm like reading it, and I'm just like, oh, that's pretty good. And then out of nowhere, he just throws you this challenge. He's like, no, I just want you to write about, 6 pages. I'm like, 6 pages? Steve-O, what are you talking about? You want me to write 6 pages? It's like, no, you put down your book and write 6 pages. Based on this premise. And the idea was that it's like this woman and her ex has broken out of an insane asylum, and she hears someone in the room. But now, reverse the genders. Okay, go. And I'm there in bed at like 10 o'clock, and I'm like, Steve-O, no, because I gotta do it. But I did do that. So we can either write my original mystery or the 6-page challenge. So I'm sorry I lied when I said there was one choice. It's one of the 2 choices. What you want to do? So we can either have the short story, or we can have what I've added to the murder mystery. Where's my Popsy? Get my Popsy. Oh.
Misery is famous for being absolutely terrifying without using any foul language. I still
want the bacon murders. Okay. Well, you know what? We might take out the... Wait. Does Misery have no swearing in it at all? I know that, like, Annie Wilkes, like, says things like dirty birdie and not like... Anyway. Okay. Like I said, I will censor when come to shove. But if you're reading this, you're mature adult and you can handle the language. Okay, let's go. Marie tossed another bacon rasher on the grill and wiped her hands on the tea towel hanging up her apron.
I recall. Well, not from Misery herself, anyway.
Misery wasn't a character in Misery. Misery was the name of the book that was in the... Anyway, the... wiped her hands on the tea towel hanging off her apron. Marie was in her mid-20s, had tired eyes no matter how much she tried to sleep or cover with makeup. She spent most of her days wondering when things would get better. She was beginning to lose hope. She crossed her arms and slumped face first into the counter. Marie, anyone home? She lifted her head to see Officer Davies mirroring her on the other side of the counter. Sorry, Pete. Things have been a bit difficult lately, you know? She turned and flipped the bacon. Pete let out a sympathetic sigh and removed his jacket. Yeah, I know the feeling. I got this case at the moment, a real strange one. But he didn't say it like that. He said it like, not like a Melly gremlin. Marie began wrangling the barista machine. She never charged Pete for coffee. Well, not the first one, anyway. Pete was good company. Something you can't put a price on in a miserable job. What's strange about it? The case, I mean. She pushed a steaming mug towards the officer, coaxing his story out of him. Mrs. Marin's cat's gone. The lady who runs the corner shop was weird about that. Cats wander off all the time. Be weird if they didn't. Pete held up his index finger and took a long sip. It was one of life's little comforts that helped him through the day, and he wouldn't be interrupted, not even for Marie. It's not just Mr. Whiskers. It's been happening a lot lately. He reached around and scratched the back of his ear. Last week it was a terrier, and the week before that, twin bulldogs. And again, a cat spur again the week before that. It's like, I don't know. Pete took another sip of his coffee. You think it's connected? If it was anywhere else in the world, I'd say it was some wild animal. But Easington, nah, it's gotta be something else. The officer pulled up a stool and slumped on the counter. When did this become my life, Marie? Chasing cats and dogs. With that, he downed the rest of his coffee. Could be worse. You could be working in the sea. There was a story only the other day of that officer who, you know, Marie's attempts to have comfort fell short. Pete just pushed his mug back and forth a bit while Marie sorted out the bacon butty for the customer down the counter. You see much of him these days? No. Now that you mention it. Is he doing okay? Marie shoved 2 mugs in the mini dishwasher. As she spun around to face Pete, she kicked the door closed behind her, setting it off on its wash cycle. I think so, but I don't see him around the park anymore. He's still got the missus, though. I'm sure he'll be fine. The sunlight was quickly fading as Pete's phone chimed. It was a message from his partner, on the force and outside of work. They'd been scrutinized over their relationship, getting in the way of their work. But in a sleepy town like this, it never posed much of an issue. The missus? Marie chimed. Pete nodded, unlocking his phone and scanned the text. She's just picking up tea. Wanted to know if I wanted anything. Pete fished his wallet out of his trench coat and began scavenging the loose change from its depths. One more, then I'll head, I think. Marie grabbed the same mug he'd been drinking out of. It wasn't laziness, Pete just preferred it that way. Less washing up. The fact the machine did most of the work didn't really factor into that consideration. Suddenly, the other customer piped up. It happened before, you know. And the most Judd-sounding voice ever from Pet Cemetery. Anyway. What's that? Pete asked. The stranger shuffled in his seat, biting down on the sandwich. A few crumbs scratched to the plate below. It's how it started the last time. Pet stopped going missing. It's how it starts. The bear's interest was piqued. How what starts? Asked Marie. It was the same 50 years ago. Marie shot a skeptical glance at Pete and then rolled her eyes. They didn't believe me back then either. But he's coming, mind. He's coming. Just spit out already. What you on about? Just then the man froze as if he'd seen a ghost. He began to turn bright red and started coughing and spewed bits of bacon and bread as he jumped off his stool, muddled his landing and stumbled to the floor hacking. He began pounding his chest, unable to breathe. Tears streamed from his eyes. Pete shot out of his seat. Marie flipped the bar flap and dashed out to try and help him. Pete knew the Heimlich. He had had training for it, but he couldn't get a firm grasp around the man's large frame. Marie, call an ambulance, quick. He motioned to the phone on the counter and anticipated her next question. It's 999, you don't need to unlock the phone. Oh, of course. She jumped up and made a dash for the phone. The man rolled onto his back, Pete, pulling Pete with him as he did. His breathing began to shorten and his eyes began to dull, and he grabbed Pete by the collar and pulled him in close so that he would hear his last words. It's here, the old man crowed. It's here. His life fell from him as he lolled to the side. The emergency services were frantically asking questions all over the phone. But all Marie could do was stand there, trembling. She'd never seen a person die in front of her before. Pete turned to her, the strange man still cradled in his arms. Who's here? He answered. And that's where we were at the last time.
Story time.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get my juice box and blankie.
Well, you're going to need it. So that's where we got to last time, which I believe was like 1,000 words. Let me just pull up a live thing of where we're at word count wise. I'm not checked it. Oh, we're actually at 3,000. So it's about 3 times longer than it was. Marie was still shook up when she got home. It was something about the moment stuck with her, and all she could think about were those blank eyes. She tried everything to feel normal again, all the usual rituals, TV, snacking, reading, a bath, but those eyes followed her, those hard, empty eyes. She was no stranger to death. She'd lost plenty of people in her life, her mother, her grandparents, but there was something different when it was right there in front of you, staring at you, clinging. She wiped the makeup from her face and crossed off another day from her calendar. Pinned to it was an ancient postcard with the Statue of Liberty on it against the backdrop of a billowing star-spangled banner. This was her goal. It gave her brief distraction. One day, she thought to herself. She looked around the cold damp that formed colony after colony of black mold in her cramped English flat. One day, she gazed in the mirror. I won't die here, damn it. She eased her scrunchie off and grabbed the hairbrush from the sink side counter. She began brushing her hair as the news floated in from the other room on the radio. Same old, politicians being useless. Some person trying to push an old evil with a new lick of paint. What did catch her attention, though, was the local news. The man's death, our work, had naturally made the headlines, but he still hadn't been identified. Missing his ID was one thing, but no one knew who the poor guy was. Who was he then? And why was he there? Chapter no. Peter, if I ever do the audio book for this, I will insist that the reader says chapter no. And that's how they're gonna have to read the chapters. Anyway. Pete felt uneasy as he drove towards Houghton. Houghton is actually near my hometown of Easington. These are all real places. I did the Stephen King thing of just literally write what you know. The body stuck with him too, but someone needed to be the thin blue line. Still, he hated unanswered questions, and the mystery that the man had left him with was a doozy. He reached the location. The place seemed, that's not how you spell seemed. Seemed. Okay. The place seemed peaceful enough, but the nature of the visit was far from it. Letter. No, not the litter box. Stop it. There we go. Someone called in a potential dead body. He approached the flat store. Junk mail hung out of the letterbox and...
Like silly.
And a familiar stink. Oh, I should have edited this. Anyway, stink oozed into the hole, exactly like sewing. That's death, alright. Still, he had to try. He rapped a few times on the door to no response. He banged a few times for good measure. Figuring he would test his luck, he tried the handle to his amazement. The door swung open with ease. The stink hit him tenfold, wrapping his arm over his mouth to combat the aromatic assault. Pete made his way into the flat and past the mountain.
The door up tight. Figure skating.
of advertisements that didn't care a person was dead. A customer is a customer. Care of a person was dead, a customer is a customer. He turned a corner into the living room proper, and there was the scene from hell, sprawled on the couch, I think. Laid the remains of something vaguely human. Strange cuts and sores covered from head to toe. Nails and teeth and hair missing. Bits of flesh hanging by a thread. And a stare. The same flippin' stare looking at him. Looking into him. Looking through him. Oh. What was it like? Faisal wasn't the most delicate person at the best of times, but this took the cake. I don't know, Fiz. Sugary? She just stared at her partner incredulously. What? Okay, so it doesn't even know. Incredulously. He would even ask such a hapless thing. I didn't mean to upset you. He retreated into himself. He generally meant well, and Marie saw it. It's okay, babe. She gave the lovable loaf a squeeze, and his beard smushed her cheek a little. Love Island blared on the TV. Do you want to turn this off? He mumbled. Nah, that's okay. I'm not watching it or anything, but it kind of helps, you know? Marie was at that point where she just wanted normality, and a slice of mundanity would take, she would take vapid British reality telly sold. I need to reword that. That's all sorts of wrong. Anyway, she clung to Faisal's arm a little tighter. What if we went somewhere? He suggested. Marie's thoughts once again drifted across the Atlantic. Donuts, fries, soft drinks as big as your head, and coffee. So much goddamn coffee running free as water. Running free as water. And she was back in reality. Back in Faisal's albeit cozy, cramped tiny flat. Black mold in each corner of the ceiling, temporarily bleached to oblivion but never gone. If there's anything I can do, like anything you want, babe. Marie felt an empty but a simple thought echoed in her mind. Karaoke. What? I want to do karaoke. Faisal was taken aback with the tonal whiplash. Sure, what, like, you mean right now? Marie spun on the sofa, knees bent double towards Faiz, a look of madness. Ugh. There's so much editing I need to do in this. A look of madness and desperation sweeping her expression. Yeah, karaoke. Toffee. Life is short and karaoke is, flipping worse. I tells you. Mrs. Moody had just put her birds to bed. She'd led a hard life, and the solitude she earned tending to her feathered friends was what she'd always wanted. Doing one final check around the house, locks and windows, she pulled the curtains to and began her ascent to the stairs. Sometimes she would forgo sleeping upstairs altogether, what with the gip leg and all. But tonight, she was determined to make it to bed. She'd paid good money for. It was a good bed. The TV and the salesman had said so. Good for 1,000 good night sleeps. But the promise of just one was good enough for her. As she reached the landing, there was a stir in the air. A feeling similar to the sensation of falling. Full stop. The corridor seemed uncanny. Off. Mrs. Moody instinctively clenched her fists, though she wasn't sure why. It was a primal thing, deep. The problem with living alone is you can never escape that fear, no matter what distractions you surround yourself with. There's always that idea at the back of your mind. If I died, no one would know. The shepherd boy at least had villagers to ignore his cries for help after lying so many times. But if you lived alone and the wolf came for you, flipping game over, man. A chorus of squawks. Hang on, squawks? Is that how you spell squawks? I guess. A series of squawks echoed up the stairs from below, snapping Mrs. Moody out of her trance. They were spooked by something. There was a knocking sound, dull and unimposing, probably just a neighbor's washing machine. She slowly approached the door, knee throbbing. There's something soothing about the bedroom, the safety it promises. If I can just get in there, I'll be safe. But as he approached the bedroom door, the soft knocking stopped, and she could feel the hairs on the back of her neck stand on end. Did it react? Whatever it was aware. Whatever it was. Was it aware? Was it aware she was there? Question mark. Yeah. Whatever it was, full stop. Was it aware she was there? Mrs. Moody did not leave her bedroom again. Fies was reluctantly dragged onto the little stage for the millionth rendition of You're the One That I Want. There's so many spelling mistakes. Oh my goodness. I do not feel good for my editor of the future. Anyway, for a moment, Marie successfully forgot herself. Not normal again by any means, but a brief respite. When she was young, she'd fallen in love with that movie. Who didn't want... Oh my goodness. Who didn't want to be Sandra Oh rocking up in the leather jacket at the end with her guy by her side? Question mark. I should have edited all of this before the stream. Anyway, Fies was no Mechanic or Elvis look-alike, but he was pretty darn close where it counted. Heart as big as a whale, even if sometimes he was a big dummy. The song reached its climax. That's not it is, it's just it. And the DJ pumped canned applause into the near deserted dance floor. She gave Fies a poorly targeted kiss that was meant for his mouth but ended up somewhere in his beard. Give me another drink, babe, she dribbled out while staggering. Fies was beginning to wonder whether she'd had too much but complied. At the bar, there was a redhead in a peasant blouse and faux elastic waistcoat, like something out of a Gothic painting. Though she had the air of someone who was put together, other aspects financially suggested otherwise. It was the little things. The yellowing of her top, the frazzled hair, the cheap-ass eyeliner that was already melting down her face a little. Here was a person that wasn't paid minimum wage by her job, and no one gave a flying fig about. She casually flipped the bottle opener in her hand. What can I get you, big guy? 2 more VK Blues. VK Blues for the VK Blues. Fies didn't know what possessed him at that moment, but the question just formed and it blurted its way out of him as she was popping the caps off. You, ever seen someone die before? She looked at him with incredulity. Sorry, what? Oh, no, he waved his hands defensively. I'm not a weirdo or nothing. My partner, she had a customer die on her at work, and she's shook up is all. Blech. And you're here for karaoke night. Fies shuffled a little as he slapped his debit card on the scanner. Nikki. What? My name's Nikki. And... yeech. Yeah.
Hey kid. You ever seen a dead body?
He didn't mean it. He didn't mean it like that. But it was funny. Anyway, I don't know if I can help you with that, but I have my share of shakeups in this place. You know the boxing machine downstairs? Well, some dingus comes in here about a month ago, fancies himself a real big tough guy, you know? She pulled a bicep flex for emphasis. Anyway, he sees the light on this machine, turning him to prove it. I guess he couldn't resist. He misses the bag and punched straight into the solid steel frame. comes up here bleeding out. I mean, gushing. But I know first aid, and I offered to help. Did you help him, I mean? He refused it. Nikki folded her arms. Not that it matters anyway. The first aid box here is sugary. Anytime I have to sterilize something, I have to douse the people in the strongest vodka I have on hand. Anyway, the point is, it didn't matter to him. Maybe he ended up bleeding out that night. Maybe he went on his merry way, staining every club in Durham. I don't know. But I did what I could, you know? So let her know that. She did all she could. Fies took the bottles and gave the bartender a nod. Thanks, Nikki. Anytime, big guy. Fies turned to see Marie slumped in her chair, head back against the wall, snoring. He put drinks down at the bar. Actually, I guess we're going home. It was Nikki's turn to give him a nod. Get her home safe, okay? Pete had trouble sleeping. One death was bad enough, but to pile that image on top of things, who the fudge would do that to a person? Why the fudge would someone do that to a person? How the fudge could someone do that? Can't sleep? Marcy couldn't sleep either. Not when Pete got like this. I just can't get out of my head, Mars. She nuzzled his neck a little. It's okay. You've been through, what you've been through today. It'd be weird if it didn't mess you up. But I love you. I'm here. I always will be. They kissed one another, and she stroked his chestnut hair. Always will be? He asked, losing himself in her eyes. Always will be. But the two of them always played the would you still love me if game, and tonight wasn't going to be different. What if I turned into a worm, he said. What, I'd take you to see your little worm buddies? What if Margot Robbie asked you to run away with her? She shot back. I'd tell her she bleaches, but I already have a blonde bombshell. Marcy gave him a playful light slap on his chest. What if I got old and started losing my hair like my dad? She grabbed his hair. Not allowed. This mop ain't going anywhere. She had barely pulled at it, and a lock of hair came free. She froze, petrified, looking at the clump of hair that had come away as easily as plucking a grape from a bunch. Something was very wrong. Nikki let her mind wander as she took the cab home. Tough night? The taxi driver asked. Oh, same old, same old. She'll have a kayak into a deflating beach bowl. The taxi driver seemed nice enough, somewhere in his 40s, with a twinge of a Glaswegian accent. You hear Bryan Adams is playing the Metro Arena tomorrow. I'm going to go see him. A bucket list thing, you know. Was all Nikki could muster. She spent 20 years of her life not caring who Bryan Adams was. And Bryan Adams was. And figured she wasn't about to start now. She was suddenly aware of how dismissive she had just been. The guy was just sharing. She shifted gears. Sorry, you enjoy it. Sounds exciting. Cheer up, Han. Life cannot be that bad for you, can it? I guess not. She was lying. Life was that bad for Nikki, because Nikki had a secret she would take to her grave, which incidentally could be closer than she knew. I have actually... I love Bryan Adams. He's my favorite serial slash singer. And that's... I do actually have some more in my writing journal, and I have to write it. But so, what do you think?
Is misspelled at the beginning of the paragraph.
Oh no! Wait. Where is it? Where? So
it's going well.
It's going very well. Bryan Adams. No, he's new character, new OC. Do not steal Bryan Adams. Bryan Adams, copyright Melly. I've got a piece of thread on the floor somewhere, and I'm getting tangled in it. Hang on, just a second. I've got to get up a second. You know when you get like a cotton bob that like gets away from you, and you're like, where is that cotton bob coming from? When you get tangled in it, and you're just like, oh my god, get off.
Bryan Adams is rich in fiber.
Okay, I think I'm good. Let me get my little writer's notebook thing. Because I do have a little bit more, but I've just not typed it up yet. It's why I write on the book, on the budge, on the bus. Bryan Adams is rich in fiber. This is correct. Come on, babe. Oh, no, that was karaoke. Yeah. That's a bit about Miss Moody. That's when they're in karaoke. Oh, okay, so I do have the next bit, but it's just not been written yet. Okay. Pete sat in the kitchen, taking in his 5th or 6th cup of coffee. He couldn't sleep easily, and Janine... I've changed Marcy's name to Janine, I think. I don't know, I might change it back to Marcy. Anyway, always tried to get him to quit, or tried to get him on decaf, but he remained unmoved. He was under the old school belief that vices ought to be enjoyed the way that God intended. Pete's proof of his was the stupid bus, making my handwriting all wobbly. Things quite much healthier. Alcohol. Some ramble about alcohol-free beer, and the worst of it is like diet-only drinks at KFC. And it's like, if I'm going to KFC, I don't want a healthy drink. I don't want a diet whatever. I'm going to KFC. I want the chicken and the Coca-Cola. Just give me the sugar. Anyway, it's basically just my own thing there. Anyway. It's basically a salad. Anyway. So that's that bit. Again, it's very stream of consciousness-y stuff. Pete's phone... I was the medical examiner at Sunderland Royal. Hello? Hi, Peter Davies? Yeah, that's me. Something in the stranger's voice gave the air of relief and dread, as if he was hoping that he wouldn't have to make this call. My name's Dr. Sampson, and I'm the coroner at Sunderland Royal. It's about the body you found. Pete instantly blurted out the next question. What did that to that poor bambino? Well, that's why I've contacted you. It's not normal procedure, and I might be wrong. God, I pray I'm wrong. Stop rambling and tell me what the floop is going on. I'm losing my hair. That confirms one of my suspicions. Pete, stay calm. At first, I thought it was physical trauma, but there's no physical marks to suggest that. Then poison, but there's no sign of that either. That leaves one other cause, but it's unthinkable. It's impossible. For Frank's sake. What? Out with it. There was a pause. All signs point to radiation poisoning. Are you sure? I've sent the samples to be analysed, but I wanted to be sure. I took some x-ray film from the department next door, and they developed instantly. That sucker's radioactive. As am I. As are you. Listen, I don't know how much radiation you've absorbed or how long you might have left. Just, for God's sake, don't let anyone come in contact with you. Janine walked in. Everything okay, babe? Was it the doctor? All Pete could bring himself to say was, sorry. I'm sorry. And then I did start writing, like, the next victim. But I didn't get much further than that. Basically, it's an older guy. He's a retired teacher, and his computer monitor starts sort of, like, going on the fritz, but he's, like, a divorcee, so he lives on his own. But that's how far I've gotten. What do you guys think? Be honest. I know my grammar and spelling is impeccable, so I don't need no comments on that or anything or any criticisms on that. Are you enjoying it so far? Because I think I will continue this one. It may be a short story, though. I think maybe a novella. Maybe 30,000 words. Oh. But yeah, like, I'm also tossing around the idea whether my killer is going to... Did you see it coming, by the way? Because no one seems to see this coming. Like, I don't know why people, like... Because most people know...
Aside from the excellent grammar, I am enjoying it.
Yay! But yeah, no, radiation is one of those things that you do not think of. Like, it doesn't seem to pop into people's minds. Like, even though, like, all the signs are there, like the loss of hair.
See radiation posing incoming.
Right. You're thinking, whoa, what could make someone's hair fall out and their teeth and their nails and like lesions and stuff. It's like, that's weird. It's all unconnected, but it's not. It's like, it's very clearly. But it takes place in Easington, right? And Easington has a history. It's a mining village. Like, it was a pit town. And the pits were shut down by the Tory government. But potentially, what if there was another reason for it being shut down? Or more so, what if someone had a vendetta against the person or people that shut them down? What if there was a person that was immune to radiation? Or maybe not even immune. It could be that the killer just wears a suit, which is even more anonymity. But the idea of someone like purposely killing people in this way, I mean, I don't know. Like, that could be interesting too. So I'm doing it the Stephen King way of just doing it by the seat of my pants writing, where I don't know how this thing's gonna end. I'm just gonna keep following the characters and see where they go and see how it all turns out. But I'm kind of liking Pete. I'm liking Marie and Fies. I really hope Fies is gonna be okay, but like I said, I don't know. I don't know if he is. Because it's not like Sprout and Jack and May, where it's like, I know what's gonna happen in the end and stuff, and I know how they, how the story ends. Like with this, I don't know, but I'm glad you're enjoying it, and I will write more. I'm so glad you guys came this week, because I know it's a lot later than it normally should be. Like I said, I got back from the shop. And I've not done any writing all week. And I said to my partner, I said to Jessie, I said, how's your week been? Have you done any writing? And she's like, oh, I just put 6 stories out there. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Meanwhile, I hadn't written anything. I'd just been working my butt off. But the writers' meeting's tomorrow. So maybe I'll come up with some more stuff. But where was I going with it? Sorry, I'm just having some chicken tikka. Microwave meal chicken tikka. What was I saying? Oh yeah, no, I wanted to stream because I felt bad that I missed last week because of the story and everything. I also missed watching the Doctor Who finale with my sister. It was alright. I've seen better Doctor Who finales.
CANCIS episode. I don't remember, I could be wrong, where someone stole a radioactive. They turned themselves in because they were dying from radiation poisoning.
Oh, that could be interesting. But maybe they don't turn themselves in. I don't know. But like, yeah, I think it's a good little like mystery thing, and I may be spoiling it a bit too early. With this, I might do a rewrite where I push it a bit later. Because I am surprised, like even smart people that would.
What are you working on?
Oh, it's a murder mystery. It's sort of in the style of Stephen King. They say imitate first, and synthesis will hopefully come later. You find your voice. But we just got through it. But it's at 3,000 words at the moment. It's not my longest one. My longest one is at 17,000. But I've also got a kid's story that I'm gonna be working on. Hi Marie, by the way. Welcome to a stream where I'm gonna be signing off soon. I'm really sorry. I usually do more regular streams than this. There's a big long thing about how I was helping open a shop and everything, and I've just
That's
been.
okay.
Thank you for understanding. I've just been absolutely swamped, absolutely ridiculously busy. Well, hopefully, by next week I should have some more stuff. I'll spend a few more hours at Coffee King, my new favorite shop. It's a shop in Halifax, right? There's a place called Coffee King, and it's got like a little loyalty stamp thing, and this place sells coffee right up until 7 o'clock in the evening. You may be wondering, who in their right mind is drinking coffee until 7 o'clock in the evening? I tell you who. This girl right here, this fortune girl. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it, and we'll either have some more writing next week, or we might do some games because it's been a while. But I just wanted to do a stream to let you all know that I'm still alive. I think we've got just about enough time to do some unusual memes. And again, I'm really sorry, Marie. Like this stream hasn't. Oh, thank you, Marie. This stream isn't just all unusual memes. I lie. A lot of our streams are just unusual memes. But let's see where we at? Where we at? Here. But there comes a time in the stream when it's winding down that we go to our favorite YouTube channel, Unusual Memes. And we like them because they credit their memes and where they get them from. So I'm gonna just cue this up. Oh, and we can enjoy some unusual memes together, the way God intended. But thank you so much for subscribing, following with the... Yes, Princess Emilia. It is time for the classiest of memes. And we are connoisseurs of the meme-ness. As you can see, I'm an actually gifted wordsmith, Marie. I need to find out where my background music is coming from. Hang on. Okay, let's pause that. Let's go back to the unusual memes. Okay, we ready? Let's go.
Pero más pendejo no se puede.
No! Oh, I hate that. I hate she. Oh, I was hoping it was gonna be a win.
Say the way we treat other people. Working together is so important to preserve that freedom. And
Perfection.
Tá, perfeito. Tá.
Ooh. Is that a bit loud? I can turn it down a bit, I think. Yes. Come on, you can do it. No! Kitty. Uh-huh. Chickens. Oh, there is a chicken. Yes. Coffee. In the cup. Okay. Many questions.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, it just sometimes it's like Let myself loose and like.
Perfect. Perfectionista. Huh? See, there are wins. There are wins in these compilations. It's not always fails. You never know. That was a win. That was. That guy is built. My God. Uh-huh. Ooh.
Stop.
I don't give a fuck.
No. No swearing. Wholesome stream. No puton. No curva.
But these fucking orange juices have been out on the balcony for literally like 6 months.
Candles.
What?
Vanilla candles.
Oh, well, that would make a lot more sense.
That was the most British thing I ever heard. I mean, yeah, I guess would that.
Alright, doesn't count. Oh my god.
Yeah, you got.
What is that? Was that tomato? What?
You know I got a pet peeve about this, right?
Whoa. So many questions. Whoa. Oh, little coyote in your burrito. No, some language. Mel says after she just read her novel with
Got a burrito.
the. Oh, hi, Lena. But yeah, there's no swearing on stream, just in my novels. I have to be really careful, you know. Because I write my children's story with the kids, and I've got 2 separate notebooks. I've got one for the horror one that has swearing in it, and one that doesn't. I thought, okay, no, okay, for reals, when that was so like saying like I thought, I don't know why, but I thought that was chat. I thought that was you guys just going melody It's like just get on with the memes. Stop rambling on about your writing process and how you have to
Just
keep this.
invent new swear words. It worked for Home Alone.
Oh yeah, you filthy animal. Flip flop. Jesus.
I'm Cinderella.
No, you. Why was that funny? Ah, machine versus nature. The eternal conflict.
She was going to swear laterally, so instead they gave him fake swear words.
Ah, okay, I like that. What were some of the swear words? I mean the fake swear words. I know the real ones, I think. Oh, I hate the fails. I don't like them.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, Lena, we have a new victim. We have Marie.
Thirsty.
What?
2, 1.
Nice.
Melody.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Mad Hog. You're an old victim. We don't care about you. You've already been victimized by my shenanigans. But how are you? You're just in time for unusual memes of a very short stream. If you want to go back and watch, you do get the first part of the horror story. Whoa. What is that? What? Oh. What? What is? What? I. Well, I mean, at least we're having fun. I think. No, that's not wholesome. That's not that. Hey, cozy for a day. Why not? Anyway, it's getting late. Good night. And that is how we end our streams, Marie. With some no. We're on a wholesome murder mystery stream. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming out to our very, very short stream. I do need to get to bed. I'm working tomorrow. I don't want to be working tomorrow, but it is what it is. Oh, I will say this. While working, like my boss tonight...
What has she been writing? Serious answers only. Only wholesome murder here.
Yes. There's bacon sandwiches and everything. But yeah, I will leave you on this. Like, okay, so tonight, I was helping cash up and stuff, and I showed all my calculations, and we were just 5 pence off. And I was like, and I said, Reem, because that's one thing that I always kind of like to do, and I prided myself on keeping a balanced till. We're not up, we're not down. You're not taking too much. You're not like, there's nothing missing from the register. It balances, right? Because it requires maths, and like, I don't know, it's a silly little thing. But you know, like my friend who opened the store and stuff just said, I really appreciate you, you know, being here and helping with this. So like, Melody, I wish I could have you full time and stuff, just because you're really professional and you just like, you're really keen on helping out. And it's just like, I never really got that at the bar job. And I just said, I appreciate being appreciated. And it was nice. It was a nice feeling, because it's just, I don't know, I was just doing what I do. You know, I wasn't thinking about it. And yeah, hopefully the shop, I think the shop breaks even based on what I've sort of seen so far. And I hope it goes well. But anyway, thank you so much for coming to the stream. I will see you next time, hopefully a little bit longer next time. I'll let you know how Writers Group goes tomorrow. And thank you so much for being you. I will now disappear into the ether, as I am prone to do. But I hope you all have a lovely week. And may all your dreams come true. I'm gonna go eat chicken tikka on this new monster. I'm gonna go have a little sleepy now. But thank you for being understanding. Thank you, because I wasn't here last week. Thank you all of this. We'll do Digimon Cyber Sleuth next time. I'm Mad Hog. I'll let you read all the voices. Anyway, don't hold me to that. I take that back. No, I regret that. Anyway, I will see you next time. I love you all. Bye. Bye. Love you. Bye. 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 Love you. Bye.